don't want that. No. Oh, towel. Yeah. And toothbrush. I wish you were coming to hospital with me, Robert.
Are you frightened of going on your own?
Not really. Anyway, I'm not going on my own. Stephen's taking me.
I'll come as well if you like.
Oh, that would be nice. But I don't think they let robots into hospital. I've never heard of them coming anyway.
Have you finished packing your bag yet, Mooncat?
Not yet.
Well, there's someone to see you.
Hello, Mooncat. I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling very well.
Thank you. I've not been eating my food for the last few days.
Oh, dear, that's not like you, is it?
That's what Stephen said. So he took me to the doctor, and she said I ought to go to hospital.
Oh, he's only going in for one day, though, aren't you, Mooncat? And then the doctors and nurses will be able to do some tests and find out what's the matter with you, and then they'll be able to make you better, won't they?
But I wonder what it'll be like. I've never been to hospital before.
Oh, I have.
I have as well. And I'll tell you who else has been to hospital.
Who?
George. Now, he went in for an operation to have his tonsils taken out.
Did he like being in hospital?
Well, he didn't think he was going to, but when he got there... Look, I tell you what. Why don't we go and fetch the storybook and I'll tell you all about it?
Good idea, Patsy.
And I'll finish packing your bag for you. I expect Mooncat will want a friend with him in hospital, don't you? I'll pop it in.
George had to go into hospital to have his tonsils taken out. You'll feel much better when your tonsils are out, said the doctor. No, I won't, said George. When the day arrived, George's mother packed his bag. She put in his pyjamas, his toothbrush and toothpaste, his soap, a sponge and slippers. She left a little space in the corner of the bag so that George could take a favourite toy or book. I want to take the rabbit, said George. Oh, George, said his mother, the rabbit doesn't need to have his tonsils out. So they didn't take the rabbit after all, and George put a small cuddly teddy in the bag instead. The hospital was very big. It was the biggest building that George had ever seen. It'll be very nice inside, said George's mother. No, it won't, said George. But it was. The ward was bright and sunny. There were pictures on the wall. George's nurse smiled at him as she helped him to put on his pyjamas. But it felt very strange getting into a different bed. It was bigger than George's own bed, and the cover was a different colour. George sat up in the bed. His mother explained that she was going to the shop and would be back soon. When she had gone, George felt very lonely. He thought he might begin to cry, but the smiling nurse came back and stood by his bed. "Georgie Porgy Puddin' and Pie," she said, just like his mother. George was very surprised. He was so surprised that he forgot to cry. Then the nurse put some pink syrup on a spoon. "This tastes lovely," she said. George didn't think it would, but he swallowed it anyway, and it did. "Now, you will feel very sleepy," said the smiling nurse. "No, I won't," said George. He was warm and comfortable. Then his eyelids began to feel very heavy. "When you wake up, your tonsils will be gone," said the nurse. "No, they won't," said George. He tried to stay awake so that he could tell the nurse all about his rabbit, but he went to sleep instead. When he woke up, his mother was sitting by his bed. She was smiling and holding his hand. All around him, other children slept. It was just like being in a great big bedroom, and his tonsils had gone. George knew they had gone because he could feel the place where they had been. It felt just as it had when he had a sore throat, but he still felt very drowsy and went back to sleep again. When he woke up, he told his mother all about his disappearing tonsils, and then told the smiling nurse all about his rabbit.
So George did like being in hospital after all.
Yes, he did.
Am I going to have an operation, Stephen?
No, just some tests. Are you ready to go?
Yes. I want to find out what it's like in hospital.
Are you going on the bus?
No, we're going by moon magic. Goodbye, Patsy. You will think of me now and then, won't you?
Hello, nurse. This is Mooncat.
Hello, Mooncat. We were expecting you.
Hello, nurse. He's come in for some tests.
This is your bed. Would you like to get into your pyjamas?
Oh, don't worry, nurse. You get used to him whooshing around.
Stephen,
Yes, Mooncat?
look who I found in my bag.
Who?
Robert wanted to come to hospital with me.
Oh, yes. You know, he must have hidden away in your suitcase when no one was looking.
Are there a lot of children in here?
Yes, there are. Sure, you'll make a lot of friends with them, Mooncat.
There's no need to be shy.
Hello, kids. I'm Mooncat.
Don't worry, nurse. Mooncat is never shy.
I can see that.
Well, I must be off now. Now, you be good, Mooncat, and I'll come and bring you home when you've had your test done. Bye, nurse. Bye, Mooncat.
Goodbye, Stephen.
I'm just going to take your temperature with this thermometer. I'll just tuck it under your arm.
Take my temperature as well.
Don't be silly, Robert. I'm the one who's not well.
You never let me have any fun.
Just ignore him, nurse. What happens next?
I'm going to arrange for somebody to come and take a blood sample.
Here we are, then. I'm Mooncat. It's good in here, isn't it? Hey, I didn't know they had televisions in hospitals. Oh, I'm on television sometimes, you know.
Hi, Mooncat. Back into bed. The doctor's on his way now.
Okay. Bye, everybody. See you later.
Hello, Mooncat.
Hello, Doctor. What are you going to do now?
I want to take some blood from you to test it, to find it out that what is wrong with you.
Will it hurt?
Hardly.
Me next.
She can't take any blood from you, Robert. You haven't got any blood. You're a robot.
It's not fair.
I bet you're glad all your patients aren't as difficult as Robert, aren't you, Doctor?
No, he's very nice, isn't he?
You're blushing, Robert. What happens next?
I'm just going to send this blood away and I'll call the nurse to take your blood pressure. In the meantime, the children will have their lunch.
Oh, I've not been eating my food, you know. That's why I'm here. But I don't mind watching the children have their lunch. What's all that for, nurse?
It's for taking your blood pressure.
Oh,
It'll feel a little bit tight.
oh, oh. It feels funny. Nurse,
What?
will you do me a favour, please? I know Robert hasn't got any blood, but will you pretend to take his blood pressure? It'll keep him quiet for a time. Tell me the truth, nurse. Am I all right?
I don't think there's much wrong with you, Mooncat. You can go play in the playroom now. I've finished all the tests.
Great!
Hello, Mooncat. The doctor says you're ready to go home now.
Not now, Stephen. Can't you see I'm enjoying myself? Anyway, have you forgotten that I'm ill?
But, Mooncat, the doctor says he doesn't think you're seriously ill, and if you don't whoosh about quite so much, he thinks you might be able to manage a bit of your favourite food.
I think I'm feeling better already.
I thought you might. Now go and put your outdoor clothes on. Don't rush. About. Hello, nurse. Has Mooncat been a good patient?
He has. He can come again.
Thank you for looking after me, nurse. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye, kids.
Bye, Mooncat!
Home again!
Yes, home again. There we are, Robert.
Hello,
How's
Robert.
it feel to be home? Now, you finish unpacking your things, and I'll go and cook you something really nice.
Oh,
All right?
good. And will you tell Patsy that I'm all right, please? I think she was a bit worried about me.
Yes, I'll tell her.
What did you think of hospital, Robert?
It was all right.
Only all right. I thought it was good.
They didn't take my temperature or a blood sample.
Oh, Robert, you are difficult. I told you why they couldn't. Anyway, it was me that wasn't well.
Oh, hello, Mooncat. Stephen told me you were back. Are you feeling better?
Yes, the doctor said I could have something to eat.
Oh, that's good. What did they do at the hospital to make you better?
Oh, they took my blood pressure.
Oh.
And mine.
And they took my temperature and a blood sample.
Ah.
They didn't take mine.
He's sulking. But I think I know how to cheer him up. I'll pretend to be a nurse. Yes. I'm a nurse, Robert. Now open your mouth and I'll take your temperature.
I haven't got a mouth.
That's all right, Robert. I haven't got a thermometer either. We're pretending. What do you think, nurse?
Well, it looks perfectly all right to me. I think he's probably very healthy.
Oh, me too. Now we'll take a blood sample.
I haven't got any blood.
You haven't got much imagination either, have you? We're pretending. Shall we do some tests on this, Doctor?
Oh, I think we should, nurse.
I hope there's nothing wrong with me.
There. It'll be all right.
There's nothing wrong with him at all.
There you are, Robert. I told you.
Food's ready.
Oh, good.
Remember what the doctor said. No whooshing about.
He's a lot better, isn't he?
Yes, a lot better.
I'm better too, but nobody gives me nice things to eat.
But, Robert, you don't eat.
No, but I can pretend.
All right, come on.